Hello. I don't know what time it is. I feel like I might be a little bit early. StreamYard should definitely give me time, but that's okay. I'm going to start. I'm going to start by showing you a couple of things that I got this week that I am so in love with that I cannot hardly stand it. So I've been watching Rosemary Morris's old caboodle videos, so caboodles from months past, and she has one that was an apothecary bento box. If you can let me know that you can hear it. Okay, so this is for the recording, and in that she had a vintage like pages out of a vintage medical book, and I thought, oh man, I want a vintage medical book. So I kept an eye on eBay. And as I was keeping an eye on eBay, she did a typewriter journal and had this exact typewriter book, 20th century typewriting. I don't know if she had this edition because she's used the cover for something else, so it wasn't on. But this one is from the 30s, 1933. It's the copyright. So I went on eBay and I just kept looking and looking, and then I found these two books, and I am 100% in love with them. I'm so excited by them. I did a offer for both of them. I got them both for about $20, which is more than I would normally pay for a used book, but these were exactly what I wanted, and they're just so cool. This one is a 1920 reprint of a 1918 book. It's called Textbook of Physiology, 7th edition. So who knows when the first edition came out. 1906, it says in here. And it just has the most amazing pictures. The color ones, there's some color ones. I hope you can see that. Some color pictures. There's some marginalia from J.E. Hansey, who it looks like Hansey, who owned this book at some point, made some notes in here. I'm supposing he was in medical school. Read carefully, it says, about reflex. So anyway, I got that one, and then this one, which, oh, this book is so yummy and so awesome. It just has, this one also has a lot of marginalia. So somebody who was learning to type took some notes in it in pencil, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous book. Look at that. The pictures are incredible. There are people learning to type on these old manual typewriters. Look at that. The Remington Standard typewriter. Anyway, I love both these books. I love how Art Deco this cover is. It's definitely going to become a journal at some point because gorgeous, gorgeous. So I just wanted to share those two things, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit more in just a minute because I'm going to share. Hello. Say hi in the chat so I know I'm not talking to myself. I want to share what I've been working on and then how that gave me an idea for a challenge. So I've also been watching Eva at Bohemian Crafting, and I joined her Patreon because she has the most gorgeous digitals, and all of them are available to her patrons. So it's $15 a month. I am totally happy to support someone I've learned so much from. And I went back and looked at her older videos, and I found one for this. She called it a travel. It was a travel folio. Mine ended up being less about travel, but it gave me an idea. But I want to share. So this is inspired by hers. It's a little different, but not too much. So the binding here is just this old. I bought an old leather purse because I wanted the leather, and then I just saved all the hardware. So this buckle was part of that purse. You know, see if you can see it. It's like a slide, so it has a middle bar. And all I did was take a piece of vintage pillowcase, which I'll show you more of inside the book. And then I just slow stitched it onto the middle bar, and then it is a tie to keep this closed. The body of this is a regular manila file folder. It was a little bit too short, so I cut 4 inches off of another one and glued it there. If you go follow Eva's Patreon, which I'll put in the description when I'm done with this live, she has 4 or 5 videos like walking through how to make her travel portfolio or full travel folio. Mine, like I said, turned out a little different, but that's okay. It's how it should be. But what I did follow was, you know, I made she used, I didn't use a file folder. She used I think a pizza box. I didn't have a pizza box, so I used a file folder, and my size was different, so I had to piece it together. But she used a scoreboard to make so that these had spines that were kind of rounded, and I did that as well. So the shape of this is definitely something I learned from Eva. I added a flap here. This is a piece of the leftover file folder from adding that section. I just got some paint on there because I like the colors. I made a little belly band. This is a needle, like a needle packaging. It's not old. It's just a modern one, but I liked the way it looked like a frame. And then I just added a piece of file folder. So if I put something in there, it will show up in the frame. I just have this as a Tim Holtz tag is what I have in there now. So I put that in there. The outside, this is a piece of scrapbook paper. I will link to some of this stuff in the description when I'm done, but this was a pad of papers that I got off of Amazon for like $5. It was really cheap. And I liked how when I use some sandpaper on it, it kind of looks like leathery. So I'm on the front here. So this is mica, which is something I learned from Rosemary. And I love how when I put a little bit of vintage photo distress ink on it, it looks like old plastic. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but hello. And I got a some kind of junk mail, I think. I can't remember. It might have been a catalog in my CosBox box, but it was definitely something I normally would have thrown away or recycled. And it had this picture of Catherine, whose last name I cannot remember, but she was a NASA mathematician, right? Computer. And, you know, the movie and the book Hidden Figures was about her. So this is Catherine, and I just clipped that and I made a little frame out of just the same pack of scrapbook paper. Let's see, here's some more of that this pillowcase. And then these are, I'll show you in a minute, but I found this pack of time cards at Goodwill for like $3. And this is from there. And I loved it. It says space. It said this space is for timeout or lost time. And I just cut off the word that. It says space is for timeout or lost time. And I liked that. It's a little sorry ribbon that, or not ribbon, yarn that Rosemary actually sent me as a bonus when I bought one of her journals. And over here, I've got a little, this is a Tim Holtz pocket or tag that I've turned into a pocket there and a pocket there. And there's some more. See how that mica, when you give it a little bit of yellow, it looks like old tape. And I love it. Love it. Hello. Okay, so now back into here. So this is just a little flip. There's a corner pocket here. I should use something to show you the pocket. So there's a corner pocket here, and in this spine, I made it like a junk journal. I mean, a traveler's notebook. So there's some 2mm elastic in there. 2 strands, although I put both of these on here because I made 2 signatures and then there was like no way it wouldn't close. So I ended up just having 1, but it was a fortuitous. So I will show you. I am working on, I showed you in my live stream a couple days ago, I'm working on Eva's Astronomique Travelers Voyagers. Anyway, it's very cool. And I'm using these 4 books I got at the auction for $1 for all 4 of them. And they're from the 40s about photo negatives. And I have all the pages because I only need the covers. So I used some of the pages to, this is another file folder. And I used some of the pages on the front with Mod Podge. So this is literally just cut down a little because it was too tall. So I wanted it to be 9 inches. And then I folded over one edge and I cut off the tab. And that's it. And then I made new score lines here. No, those are not even new score lines. Those are the score lines. I think I added 1 score line because I needed it to fold a little more. So this is the score lines just that are already on the file folder. And then I just folded this over to make a little flap. And this was my bad attempt at doing something that if you go look at Rosemary's lives, she had one where she made these typewriter letters. Did not work for me because I was able to find the folder, but I don't have an embosser. So I just tried to use a rolling pin and it didn't quite work. It kind of worked, but not quite. But I really loved working with this foil tape, which is like what you would repair dryer vents and stuff with. And it's just sticky foil and it's really, really cool. So there's a little flap here. There's another piece of that. I just use sandpaper on it and it just gives it a kind of leathery look and a really soft feel that I love. I just made this little journaling page. This is calligraphy paper. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's just super soft and writes beautifully. There's some more of that photography book pages. These are tea-dyed papers. So I have vellum, just regular. This is a pad of like 200 pages of drawing paper that I got at Walmart for $8 or $9. And I just removed the spiral because I like the holes. So I removed the spiral rather than tear the pages out. And I tea-dyed these. So there's, I think there's 7, 5 big ones and 2 little ones. I folded over the little ones to make a pocket. And this is just, these are journaling pages. It's a little embossing there. This was tea-dyed, and I think I still had some blueberry in my pan, and it dyed blue. So I thought that was cool. There's where you can see the lace that I laid that on to dry. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I think it's cool. Little bit of vellum. So that's it. That's the whole. It's just got this one signature. It's sewn in here with wax linen. And I think there's just 14 pages here. And then there's this kind of flippy thing. So it's got a pocket here. And then this is a bag. It's actually the bag that when I just bought one of Rosemary's Art Nouveau journals, and she sent me a little bag of goodies inside, like this this yarn right here. Whoop, this yarn was in there. Oh, you can. I'm not even totally not in the screen. Oh wow, there we go. So this yarn was in there. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can't even scroll in. I have no clue how to do that. I wonder if I click camera. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know how to scroll that in. So hopefully you can see. But anyway, this yarn here, sorry yarn, I'm gonna have to hold it up, was in this bag and some other lovely things. This paper here was in there. This, oh no, it wasn't. This was in my same scrapbook packet. I made this this was a tutorial that Eva had on her thing. I think I did it a little different. I kind of was inspired and then just did my own thing because totally did not turn out quite like hers, and I was tired. But all I did was I took some scraps from cutting my folders down, and I folded it. I left a little, so you can, I don't know if you can see that, but it's not quite even. See, am I even in here? It's not even. I wonder if I can bring this down like this. Oh, there, that's maybe a little better. It's, you know, I left a little space here, and then I just, it was 2 pieces though. So I did like a paper Band-Aid with a scrap from this bag, and then a scrap of painty paper, and just glued the 2 together. And then I took another strip of this, I collaged it, and then I just slow stitched it on. So this is little pockets here that I can put tickets or any kind of fun stuff in. And then there's another pocket here. It's another piece of that accidental blueberry paper. There's some more of that mica. It just looks exactly like vintage old tape, and I think it's fabulous. It is like my favorite thing. There's some pages on the back of the cover of this is collaged with pages from those photography books, and there too. I probably will come back and put like pockets or something on the back of this. The whole back cover is basically doesn't have much. And so then on the back, the middle of this is the front flap. On the middle of this, I have this little flap. Those are the time cards that I got at Goodwill. I don't think they're vintage, but you know, they're from Office Max. They're definitely not vintage, but they're cool. And I just distressed this one with some sandpaper, and then some of I think I used a dark brown ink from the thrift store, and I can't remember the brand, and some Tim Holtz vintage photo. And I have a little set of alphabet and number stamps, and I just put my name and birthday on there. And I made it the cover of a little notebook. And this is packing paper from an Amazon order. I always save this craft paper. I absolutely adore it. And I just put together a few sheets and made a little notebook that fits right under this here. There's also a pocket here. It's not very big though, so I don't know what we'd fit in there, but there it is. And this isn't just a piece of this whole pocket. I'm going to take that out. This whole pocket is just a piece of file folder, and it's got a little, like maybe a 1 or 1.5 inch thing on the other side that I glued underneath this file folder, which I'll show you in a minute. This is a piece of fabric that was in with my goodie bag from Rosemary. I had a better time embossing this piece of file folder than I did with the alphabet, and all I did here was use my bone folder and like rub in it, and then I used ink over it, and it worked. So that was really cool. I need to get myself an embosser because I had too much fun with that. So that's that little flap. This is from that this pillowcase. Isn't that pretty? Let me show you. It's hand embroidered, like, you know, it's like a kit. You can still see the little blue ink where, you know, it came with it on there, but it's just, that was so pretty. So I just made a little flap there. And then these flaps, I may put like a pocket or something there. I haven't yet. I do have one here with these vintage brads. And this is a little, what happened to my, this is a little belly band here. And I just stitched some stitching here. I think you can see that. No, you totally can't. Oh man, this sucks. I'm not doing this well at all. There, I think that's better. So, oh, hi, Nancy. Slow stitch is just hand stitching. So let me find something that I slow stitched. It's just hand stitching, like a running stitch, or, well, I just had something. Where did it go? Oh, here. Can you see? I'd used my waxed thread from that I use for bookbinding, and I just used a needle and up and down. It's not very artful, but it's got kind of a primitive, cool look to it, I think. And it's popular on the YouTubes. And if you are fancier at it, if you're better at it, or you want to take the time, like this would be slow stitching too. It's not machine stitched, it's hand stitched. I don't know why they call it slow stitching now, but they do. So these pages on inside here, this blue and also this here and here are from, I have two of them, and they're like this children's book from the 60s just called Stars, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's got all of these constellation and these globe kind of pictures and like this with stars. Super, super, super cool. So I put that inside here. So this is an like interdepartmental file, or like a envelope. And actually bought a bunch of these on Amazon. And then when I was in Pittsburgh this weekend, I found a whole box of them at the thrift store for like $3. So I have a ton of these. I think they're going to end up in my Etsy store. I just used my alphabet stamps and put, you know, tried to make it look used. This is an envelope from my trash pile. This is more mica. And then I stuck a page from a children's book that had a moon on it in there. And this is my closure here. So it's 2 Tim Holtz tags with the string. And then I just do like a half knot there and just leave it hanging, and it keeps it closed. I don't have anything in there right now. Yeah. Need to get something in there. Okay, so, and then this folds down, this string. What I did was cut off the flap there, and then I glued the buttony thing to the back of there so that I could still close that. And then this goes like that. That goes down. It's heavy enough to hold that closed, as long as I don't have this other signature in there, and that's okay. Because, and then only other thing I have is on the back here, I have, this also came in that little bonus kit from Rosemary, and our little bonus envelope from Rosemary, and I glued it on here, and I can feed this through there to be my closure. So all I have to do to close this is feed it through there, and then through again. And then if I want to really keep it closed, I can go through one more time, and it just stays closed. So very cool. This is a piece of this. I think I'm going to tea dye this or something. It's just too white, but this is a piece that I Mod Podged on there. Then I used my alphabet stamps to put my motto on there to see what happens. And I made another little label here that says Rebel. Okay, so that's that. Then this was the second signature I made in this, and it would not fit. I mean, it's as big as the whole thing. This is a file folder. No, it's not. It's a craft envelope. It's this brown color. I love these envelopes because you don't have to cover the whole thing. They're such a pretty color by themselves. And all I did was, what did I do? All I did was, it's this big, I think. Yeah. So all I did was, oh, I know. Here's the flap for it here. This is something else. So you can see the flap here goes, it's like glued onto this. That's glued on there too, so you can't see it. But so all I did, this is the file folder here, and I folded it. So there's about a 2-inch gap, as I wanted to be able to see what's inside my signature. This is paper that is so freaking gorgeous. It's cotton. I think it's made from fabric, but it is definitely paper. You can see I tore it there to get a rough edge. Got this. I have 3 sheets of it. It's huge, like 2 feet by 3 feet. I got it at Joann. You probably could find it at your Joann. But it's like huge, like a huge sheet of it. And I got 3 different ones. So I got a blue one with a pattern, a red one with a pattern, and this yellow, which I love. Anyway, it's like I can't stop touching it. It's so lovely. This was from that same book that had the moon. And I just liked this. At that time, she was going through a stage where she wanted to fly. She was always trying. She tried to do it all different ways. And then, anyway, so this is all just kind of Mod Podged on there. I did not put Mod Podge over this paper because I love how it feels and I didn't want to change that. This is from that Stars book. And I just Mod Podged that. And this is some tissue paper because this tore. And so I used it like a bandage. Okay, so what I ended up doing, this only has a 3-page signature. So there's a page that I cut. These are 3 pieces of that drawing paper that I just took the wire out of. And one I cut down by about 2.5 inches so that it was shorter. One I did this way and one I did the other way. I folded them. Can you see that? I folded them not even. So what I wanted was this kind of cascading look. And this was only going to have 3 signatures. And then I put like a belly band or a folder. Here's some more of that pillowcase. This is just slow stitched on there. What I did here was I started here, I wrapped it all the way around and then in the front. So this is a pocket. This is a pocket here. This is part of the cuff of that, like the top was already hemmed. This makes a belly band here that I could slide stuff in. This is a little corner pocket that I sewed in a tiny little paper. This is more of that Amazon packing paper. It's just 2 sheets, 2 squares that I folded in with that. Actually just using a paper clip to hold that closed. This one has what's happening? Oh, I paper clipped those 2 pages together. This one has a belly band that flips up, and look at that from my typewriter book. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Nancy. So this is so this is another belly band, but because it's like hooks into here, I could put something bulkier in there. This was just a page from that photography book, but I ended up folding it over and gluing it down because I wanted to be able to see what I put in there. This is some of that leftover vellum that I tea dyed. I love that. And this is a little bit of that failed alphabet experiment. This was funny because I put this cross one on here. And then I meant to, this is a piece of paper that I got from Rosemary in my little bag. And what I meant to do was to put it here. And what I did do was stitch it onto the same one. So this one got like a twofer, a pocket here and one there because I put this on the wrong page. So then there's the back of that. It's just folded in half and then stitch, stitch, stitch. And so this is the other half of that page that had the moon picture. The moon was like right here, like right up here. So I just put the other half here as a pocket. I wish you could feel what sanding this pages down does to this paper. It's so cool. And this is just a piece of file folder left over that I made a little tuck spot. That's it. And then this was another piece of that calligraphy paper I had left over after making what I'm going to show you in a minute. And so I just made it into an envelope. You can't see that at all. I just made that into an envelope. I could put whatever in there. I stamped on a quote, "Everything you can imagine is real." It's Picasso. And then I had one more piece of this packing paper. So I just folded it to make a little, and I just stitched across here 4 times to make this little place where like kind of a belly band. And I did the same here. And then, so like if something I was going to put into this, can you see this? If I was going to put something into this, I would put it through that to, it'll hold it in place. And then there's a folder here, or a pocket, a big one there. So voila, that's that. But when I finished this, it would not fit in there. I could not make it work. I mean, I just couldn't. I tried and tried. And so I was like, okay, it's separate. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to use this for my planner for June. And I'm going to see if I can make it one that I can reuse. So I had 6 sections, which works because there's 5 weeks plus a thing for notes. And all I did was, the calligraphy paper is ginormous. I was able to get 8 pieces this large. I might have a ruler somewhere. I don't know where it is. I have a ruler, but I can't get my hands on it. Anyway, I'm going to say that's a roughly 4 by 6, like 4 by 6, about the size of a photograph. And I was able to get 8 of them from one sheet of paper, and 8 of them is enough for me to do planning for 7 days plus 1 extra. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a blank one. And all I did was I cut 3 pieces. So I had a half a sheet left, and which is what I made this envelope from. And I had enough to do 6 sets of 4 papers. And then I'd use my alphabet stamps. I don't know that I would do that every month because it was a little time consuming, but I had fun with it last night. Just while I was watching a YouTube live, I just stamped away. But I would be perfectly happy handwriting that. It would be, or using stickers, like whatever, however I'm feeling. And so I made some tabs from these tags. I got this packet of tags at Joann from Tim Holtz, but in a minute you'll see I was at the dollar store and I found some tags you could use. You could just use literally about anything you wanted, but these tags are not very expensive, and I thought they looked really cool, and they're sturdy, and I'm going to use them like several times, I think. So I just stapled these on. So, and then I used my stampers to do week 1. Some of these, what I did was put a little gesso over it, so I would have a spot to stamp on that wouldn't get lost. So I have week 1, week 2. If I had thought about this better, I wouldn't have put this here. So I ended up putting it on that side. Week 3, week 4, week 5, and notes. Over here, this opens. And then I've got a little notebook stuck in there. And then this is a little, what I did was, this is another piece of this calligraphy paper that I folded. So this is just an accordion fold. And then I stitched it all the way around, and it flops. And I put a pocket here, and then there's a big pocket on this side, just like there's one on this side. And then June. I hope I'm still here. This will be my planner for June. But this got me thinking, and which led to a challenge, that I was able to make both of these with just like a handful of materials, but like they're materials that you have to go out and buy specific, right? Like I wanted this fancy paper, so I had to go buy this fancy paper, and then I had to buy a bunch of it because you can't buy just a little bit of it. So I thought, I'm going to put together a kit that would have like all of the things to make these journals, like this amount of journaling that you might not have at home, or that you couldn't get, say, at a dollar store or Walmart. So like I probably wouldn't put glue in there, or scissors, that kind of thing. But I actually made myself a little list. Where did it go? I just saw it in the notes section. So it would have 3 manila folders I used here, a craft envelope, one of those interdepartmental envelopes, some vintage fabric, which I have a ton of, book pages. So from both of those books I showed you at the beginning, the typing one and the physicians one, plus that stars book, and at least those, probably a couple other just I have so many vintage books with amazing pages. I could never use them all in my life. Some mica, some sari yarn, some book binding thread, like just a chunk of it, right? So you don't have to spend $10 on like a roll of it or a whole book binding kit. You can just, be just what you need. I think I used 4 sheets of calligraphy paper for both of these, some foil tape, again, just a chunk of it, because like the roll of it was $8 or $9. So, and I have most of it left. Some of this artisan paper, I think I only used like a 1/6 of the sheet on this whole project. So, I could just give you a piece of it so that you wouldn't have to go buy the whole thing, which is like $8 for a sheet. A couple of those time cards, and a belt slide. I found a whole lot of vintage. They're not metal like this one. This is just one I had, and it's not even vintage. But I found some vintage plastic ones from the 80s that are amazing, and they're dyeable. So I bought them on Etsy. They weren't very, it's not that they were super expensive, but I had to buy 10 of them, and they were like $1 a piece, but you couldn't just buy one. So I would put one of those in there, some of these tags. I think that's it. That's everything I have. But, the mica, a little bit of mica, so that you could do these or something like them. You could just work with them, and you would have some base supplies. You would have a ton even left over after you were done making both of these books, probably. That got me thinking. So anyway, I think I am going to put together that kit. So keep an eye out for that. But that got me thinking again about a challenge. So I decided I'm going to challenge myself. I want to see if I go to one shopping trip to Goodwill, and so one Goodwill and one Dollar Tree, and that's it. See what I get, and then see what I can make from that. And I also want to see if I can break even, if I can sell like either the leftovers, like make little kits from them, or even make extra books that I put on my Etsy store. I just want to see what I can do with limited, or relatively limited, like just with what I could buy if I started with absolutely nothing. So I even bought the basic supplies, and then I'm only going to use these things and see what I can come up with. So I'm going to show you what I got, and then later I am going to, where was this? This was here. Later, I'm going to, on Sunday, my daughters and I are going to have like a craft with me, and I'm going to see what I can make with what I found. And shopping at Goodwill is a special experience because you just never know what you're going to find, right? And I want you guys to know, I live in a very small town in Pennsylvania, northwestern Pennsylvania. It's 9,000 people. We have one Goodwill and one SPCA thrift store, and that's it. We have a like an antique store as well. But for thrift stores, we just have these two, and I'm at least 40, half hour to 45 minutes from the next town. So if I can find stuff, I promise you can too. But I want to show you what I found and what I'm going to work with in my thing. And then I think I'm going to talk it through to myself as I am doing this. But I think if you could see how much stuff I got, I'm not ever going to be able to use it all. So I think what I'm going to do is put together kits probably today or tomorrow, because I'm off work for Ninja Riders, but put together kits so that if you wanted to do this challenge with me with my stuff, you could. But also I totally like challenge you to do one trip to your Goodwill with an eye towards things you can junk journal with, and just see what you find. So And I'm going to talk you through this so you can see like my process when I'm shopping. So I always go to the books, obviously. And I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. This one I'm in love with. It's called Wood Spirits. It's got a sticker here that it's signed by Tom Clark. He was not the author, so I don't know. I feel like this feels like it might possibly be indie published. Anyway, look at the cover. It's this beautiful purple with an embossed wood spirits on it. So gorgeous. Definitely were. Oh, so there's the signature. It's from 1991. It says written by Ellen Fort Grissett for Tom Clark with illustrations by Pamela Rattay Brown. No, it's got a publisher. I do not know. I do not know why she wrote a book for him and then why he signed it. It was written in 1987, printed in Japan. Okay, so anyway, it has gorgeous illustrations. Look at that. Can you see? Yeah, I'm not doing a good job with. Oh, sorry. Oh, I tried to adjust that and I lost the entire camera. Okay. Okay, so I cannot adjust this. Maybe I can make it come down a little more. There we go. I'm just not doing a good job with this today. I'm not in my regular streaming place and it's not working for me. Okay, so gorgeous. And then like there's this, like there's maps in here, but these illustrations are adorable. Look at that. Aren't that? I mean, just super cute. Okay, so I got that one. I really, on purpose, looked for a book with maps because they are awesome for collaging with. This one has like a little section for all these countries and then some beautiful maps. And this is not, let me see how old this is. I actually don't know. Didn't even look because it was it's 2001, so it's 20 years old. It's not as vintage as I would have loved, but it was literally the only atlas they had. And so I grabbed it up. I flipped through it. I didn't even look at the date or anything. God, this sucks. My husband like messed with my thing here and I don't know what he did, but it is not working at all. I haven't engaged. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Nancy, can you hear me? Oh my God. If you guys still can't hear me, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know how to tell. Hello. Hello. Oh, I think, oops. I think it's definitely working now. No sound either, Nancy says, but that was before. Can you hear me? Because I think I just recorded for a whole hour. Oh, good. Could you hear any of what I said? Or have I been talking or just showing? Oh my God. Okay, Nancy, I got these brushes and I don't know how to tell if they're any good, and I thought you might be able to tell. Daler Downey, that's the only, or Rowney is the only one that's got a brand. Oh, this one feels really nice. It's soft. This is Plaid by Jung China. And this one is also Daler Rowney. It's a little bitty one. Anyway, I got paintbrushes, which I was very glad for. That will help with my challenge. So do you guys even know? Oh my God, you have not heard anything. So the challenge was to do a 1 day, like just go to one thrift store, Goodwill, and go to Dollar Tree and see what I can make from what I find. So I found, these are sunflower petals that I'm going to use for dyeing paper. I found books that I've already gone over. I found thread for binding my books, a stapler, thank goodness. A tin that I don't know what I'm going to do with, but something. This is paper. I'm going to be able to use the cover, the back cover, and all the paper. Once I dye it, I'm just going to take the rings off. And all of this trim, piles and piles of trim, and a ruler, and some magnets that I'm going to mess around with, trying to see if I can use them for closures on my junk journals. And I was very happy that I found some decent scissors. These are Fiskar scissors, much better quality. They're not probably super high end, but they're much better quality than I would have got at the dollar store. So what I'm going to do, and what I challenge you to do, is take one trip to your thrift store and one trip to your Dollar Tree, and then see what you can make with what you find. I live in a teensy weensy little town, less than 10,000 people. We have 2 thrift stores total. I hit them every week. So I was able to find this stuff, even though I have seen everything in my thrift store a million times. This was just stuff that they put out this week, because otherwise I would have already bought it. So I found some decent scissors. These are Fiskars. I've been using these, which are like dollar store scissors. So these are much nicer. These are actually pretty nice scissors. My husband has a scissor. Don't you have a scissor sharpener kit? I bet he can sharpen those for me and make them really nice. Yeah, we have a scissor sharpener I bought him years ago at a thrift store. So I might have him sharpen those up for me. They're probably pretty sharp already. Let's see. Oh yeah, they work. So I can give those back to my husband. Let's see what else. Oh, so what else did I get from the little office home kind of papery section? I got these napkins. Napkins are fantastic if you ever find them. I rarely find any that I want. Usually they're pretty gaudy. But if you can find some with pretty patterns, they're fantastic for collage. These are plain. They're faded though. So when I open them, they're very purple. And on the outside, they're this more of a blue. But the inside ones are very, very purple. And then they have like this faded square. But napkins are they're 3 layers. I'm not going to be able to separate that now, but if you separate it to one, they're fantastic. You can stamp on them. And unless you're me and you're doing a challenge where you have no ink, because I could not find any at the thrift store or at Dollar Tree. These were 99 cents, and I'll be able to use them for paper, for collaging, for all kinds of stuff. I think we shall see. The one thing I'm doing that's not related to this challenge this month is Rosemary's Rosemary Morris from the Rusty Peacock. I'm doing her caboodle, and it's metal and rusting, and I'm super excited. And I've been keeping my eye out for things that I could purposefully rust. These were $1.99. I have no idea what they are. They look like they possibly might be like little dustpans. I don't know. Any clues? I have no idea what that is. However, it will definitely rust. It's already rusty, and it's going to leave this awesome pattern. It's very Art Nouveau kind of pattern on the corners. So I've got a little one and a big one, and they were $1.99 for both. No clue what they actually are, but I'm going to rust them up and then use them to rust my stuff. What in the heck are they? Any clues, guys? So I should have set a limit. I realized after, but then I realized like I'm at the thrift store and I'm going to buy what I want to get. I ended up spending, I want to say I found so much stuff, you guys, but I think I spent about $100 between the two stores. And I bought stuff. So like I already have a gazillion paintbrushes. I would not have spent $5 on these paintbrushes. I bought stuff because I really wanted to limit myself to even only the tools I could find today. So I bought like a stapler I didn't really need. It was $1. But I bought a staple and staplers and glue and stuff that I already had because I wanted to challenge myself to only use what I could buy today during this trip. And if I just decided I was going to do that. So I would say, so I would say I probably spent closer to about $80, and I will be able to make a ton of stuff with this, months worth of stuff. If I never shopped again, I'm not even close to done here of showing you everything. I also think I have a second part of my challenge is to see if I can break even at least, or maybe even make a profit by putting together some kits, which I told you all about when you couldn't hear me. So I'll tell you again, but I want to put together some of this stuff into kits in case you want to do the challenge with me with my stuff. I can't believe Katie and Nancy that you guys hung out, even though you could not hear a word I was saying. I am so sorry. I'm such a YouTube newbie. Anyway, so I spent $100. I don't have a limit this month, but if people are into this, like I might challenge myself next month to have a spending limit or to do like a buy nothing month. We'll see, but I want to finish showing you what I got. So I got really excited because I found some stamps. I'm not going to be able to do very much with them because, well, I have 3. I don't know where the other one is. I'll find it in a minute. Because I don't have any ink. I couldn't find ink anywhere. These are sticky. I think they're meant to go on an acrylic. Oh yeah, that is super sticky. On an acrylic pad, like a block for stamping. These are background stamps. So this one's got shells. And this one's got like ginkgo leaves. And there's another one, which I will show you when I get to it. And I found some envelopes. These are one of my favorite junk journaling tools. Super cute. These were 99 cents. These were 99 cents as well. There's probably, well, there's 3, 6, there's 8 in here. Oh, it's full. So there's 8 and they're all in here. Oh, it's not even opened. So these are just craft envelopes. However, this yellow color is not my favorite, so I always end up either painting or collaging on here because I don't like this color. This orangey yellow color is like kind of glaring to me. This is like a cutting pad and it's got lines, and I thought that was pretty cool for 99 cents. So that was 99 cents. It's very little, but it will help because I'm not going to use any tools, which means since I did not find any sort of a cutter or a, I also really love my, what do you call it? Like to make lines. Well, it's a board with a bunch of lines in it, and you can use it to score. It's a scoring board. So they can't use either of those for this challenge, and I'm just going to have to cut with scissors and the craft knife that I got at the dollar store. I'm really glad that I found a board with some lines that will help me with measuring. I'm also very glad I found a ruler. This has nothing to do with crafting, but is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's like a little vacuumy thing for cleaning up your scrappy stuff. It like picks it all up. I don't know if it does or not. I don't even know if it works, but and then you just, you know, you can dump it out. It's a fuller brush Bakelite thing, and it was 99 cents. I couldn't resist it. How cute is that? Anyway, this is actually not a craft thing, so I would say it doesn't go towards the amount that I spent, because I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna craft with it. I don't know what I would do, but I wanted to show you anyway because it's so cute. Okay, so I always look at the albums. I've been making notebook covers out of albums forever. Albums at thrift stores are generally very inexpensive, and you get, you know, even if you're not, this has a bonus album in it. Oh no, they're both the monkeys, so that's weird. One cover, two albums. So I found the monkeys. I thought that was really kind of cute. If you know, I might be able to find something to do with these. My daughter likes to paint on them, and I usually end up giving them to her. These are very not playable, but that's okay. I don't care about the album so much as the cover. This is a great weight for making things with. And so the album covers are usually 50 cents to $1 at a thrift store. So I got 3 of them today. I got this one. No, I got 4 of them. I got Starflight, Original Stars, Original Hits. I loved the rainbow there. And sometimes you get like little bonuses inside, like the cover. These are just stuck in there. This one might be playable at least. Sad Eyes, Lead Me On. This is 1979. I got a belly dancer. I thought that I would definitely be able to do something with. This album is still, see, that's much better quality. Yeah. So that's got the belly dancer on that side, and then this weird looking dude on the back. He's probably the composer. And then this one, I loved the cover of this. 1 hour of orchestral fireworks. And it's in really good condition because it's still got its plastic. But I love this tiger and the butterfly and that weird dude. And then the back is even pretty cool on this one. Sometimes the backs are not very interesting. None of these. Sometimes there's paper sleeves in there that are really neat, but this one doesn't have it. None of these have them, but I got those. I really like to make business cards like out of the backs of these. So I might make some of those for you guys so you can see how I do that. It's a really cheap way to get business cards, and they're really cool. So I have those to play with. So I always look at the photo albums because I really love when I find one that's got paper inside. This paper is always a really good quality. It's, I don't know what it is, but it's got a great texture. And I was wanting one with black, and I was really excited I found one. Plus, it's got a pretty neat cover here that I think I'll be able to do something. At the very least, it's book board. So I can use it to make some covers. And then it also has, I don't know, I'm going to be able to do a bunch of stuff with this. I like this kind of Greek looking. And then it's got several pages here. Looks like someone took the pictures out, but that's okay. I don't know, 20 pages or so of that black that black photo paper. This I got very happy about because I like tags, and these are like pop out, punch out tags. Since I won't be able to use my tag punch, I was happy that I found some tags. So, and also these reinforcements, which are pretty cool. So there's brown, like craft color, white with like specklies. Can you guys see that? Yeah. This sort of dark red, green, blue, like a light blue, and a navy blue, and a piece of craft paper that will also come in handy. So I got those. They cost, how much did they cost? I don't know how much they cost. There's no price. I feel like they were like $1.99 though. They're not very thick, so I'll probably back them with something a little thicker. We shall see. And I got this piece of cork, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's cuttable, it's pliable, and it was $1. Oh, back at the ranch in the crafting area, I got the paint brushes and this little cutting board and the string and all of this trim, and then I got this cute little sewing basket. It was $3.99. It's kind of falling apart. I might have my husband look at it and see if he can put it back together. It's mostly got trash in it, so like this whole big bag with, but since I'm not going to be able to use my own, like stuff I already own for this, I was pretty happy to get some pins. I might actually be able to do something with that. I don't know. I like that it's got the flat edges. There's some more pins. I'm going to put these in here. Oh, and it has the backing for them. Not vintage, but so pins, more pins. They're everywhere. What's in here? Stuff falling out. Oh my God, what is happening? Okay. Oh, safety pins are flying everywhere. These are from 1999. There's a date on the back of that one. Oh, I got one little needle. Thank goodness. One needle, and it's a pretty good size. And it's got a kind of cool vintagey needle. No date on it, but also no, it's 65 cents, which tells me it's inexpensive. I mean, it's older, and it does not have a barcode, so it's probably at least 70s, if not older than that. So one vintage needle with a pretty cool vintage needle case. Ooh, oh my God, look at that needle. What in the world? You could like do damage with that. I don't know what that is. So this is 7 specialty needles, but there's only that curved one, like some curved ones in here. These are from Kmart. I do like the case for that though, so all of these, there's some elastic, which might come in handy. Oh, that's a cool wooden, teeny bit of thread left on it. Spool. Oh, that's not wood, that's plastic, but it's still cool. I like the flower. So I've got blue. Oh, there's another needle. Thank goodness. We need to preserve our needles, you guys. Oh, this one, this is an older one. That's cool. That is a wooden one. So I've got black, teensy bit of white, some blue, some trash. Oh, some baby scissors. A little bit of ephemera. With some buttons. Le Bouton. Little button card. It's not vintage. You can tell because it's got the... So, and some more elastic. Another button. And a little more ephemera. These little things from the thread. So that's what's in there. Not a whole bunch. But it did have this. There's a little bit more. This was in there. This is priced also $3.99, but it was inside this when I opened it. I mean, like when I got home, it was inside there. So I don't know if they just priced it so like they get the price of the whole thing or what. But let's see. This looks much cooler. I don't know what exactly is in here, but I feel like it's going to be worth the $3.99 because it's got all of these little packagings. So I've got little buttons, needles on a card. These are English needles from England. Some snaps, just the back half of them. What is that? Oh, that's a bobbin thingy for a sewing machine. Some black elastic. Oh, some cool like buttons with a crest on it. Some extra thread. Custom made by Betty Fastnacht, especially for you. And some more button snaps. Is this how snaps are sold? It's like only the one half of the snap. Why would they do that? Like, don't you need... Oh, they're both halves there. I was like, don't you need both halves of the snap? So this all came in this little bag that was inside my sewing machine. I mean, my sewing basket. And I love that it has these little cards. I'll definitely be able to use the buttons for closures. So that's good. I have some supplies and a little case for them. And this is, I think, the last craft thing I got. So this is my little tip to you, is that if you want, like the cheapest way I know of to get thread is to go to the thrift store and buy stitch kits. People buy these kits. They hold on to them forever and they never use them. So somebody, oh, there's another needle. So I've got another needle there. Someone actually went to the trouble of, I don't know if they bought it like this. They might have actually bought it like this, but this isn't stretched. This fabric would make a fabulous, just pages in my junk journal or a cover, even without the stitching. I'm unlikely to do the actual stitching on this. I'll use the thread, and I will probably take this, unstaple this, and use these. I might paint on that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, this has not been used yet. You can see that it's cheap. It's old because the date on it is, I mean, the cost is $11. So that ages it as relatively old. It looks like 1976. So it also has this, which will be cool pages in my junk journals, the instructions, lots of paper in here and some cardboard I can peel. But the cheapest way to get thread is to buy these kits. So I've got all this wool yarn. This is, I bet you this is actual wool. Yeah, this is 100% wool yarn. So the cheapest way that I know to get this much wool yarn in this many different colors and a usable amount, right? So it's not like skein after skein of different colors, is to go to the thrift store and look for these kits that people have started or bought and never used. So, and then you get the pages. So I have a decent piece of cardboard. I have the cover and the instructions and the fabric and the yarn. And it was like $4. So it's the cheapest way that I know to get um sewing slow stitch supplies. Okay, so the next two I got this in the homewares too. So these are bamboo mats. I think of them as beach mats. I don't know I think that is what they are. But I've been doing this eco printing, and when you dry your pages on something like this, it picks up the pattern, and I thought that might be kind of cool. I got two of them, and I think I'm going to keep one for eco dyeing, and I'm going to use one, and I might be able to get pages for my junk journals out of that, or covers. It's very cool, very pliable, very cuttable. They're cheap. They were $1.99 a piece. And also they're plentiful. I see these all the time. So I was excited that there was a couple there today. I like to put these, when I lived in Reno, I bought these to put down on my patio because it would get so hot. And, you know, if I had always had to put on shoes, if I wanted to go out barefoot, if I put these down, I could stand on the patio without hurting myself. Okay, so next to the housewares and the office supplies and the craft is the toys. And I always look at the games. I look for any kind of vintagey games for a couple reasons. One, what? I don't know. You can come in. We'll bring me a different chair. And also a soda. I'm thirsty. So anyway, you can find if you can find vintage games, they're almost always going to have a cool box, two pieces, so good, you know, cardstock, or not cardstock, but cardboard that you can use. And then inside, if there's a game board, you can use that for book covers. And then there's often paper pieces. So my Goodwill sells games for 99 cents. It's their blanket price. And you get a big bang for your buck for that. So what I got was 2 packs of cards. Sometimes I can find really cool vintage cards, sometimes not. Today I did not. However, I wanted to get some cards just so I had the card. I had them because they're a good base for ephemera. So I got 2 different packs. Can you give me a drink, please? Oh, I can't open this. What? Oh, look, this is Nevada finish. So these are definitely not vintage. It has the, but they were the best. I got the 2 best packs I could find because I can collage on them. These are brand new. I just opened the pack. So I thought the cover was kind of cool. It's got like Neptune on there, maybe. And I like the navy color. So that's one deck. They're very smooth and new. This is an older deck, but although not old. No, this is not an older deck, but at least it's been used. But I liked the pattern on the back of this one. So this is black and white. So I got those. This is one of those things that I would not have bought because I have so many cards already, but I'm not going to be able to use them for my challenge. So I wanted to show you that, you know, they're always there and they make a great ephemera base. So I found 3 vintage games. I actually found 5 vintage games, but I left 2. One was Candyland and one was Monopoly because they weren't vintage. They were 80s. They weren't very exciting to me. And these were more exciting, so I got these. Ooh. So this is called Gorin's Bridge for 2. for casual bridge players as well as experts. The cover of this is fabulous. I love it. Oh, I'm afraid. I got excited because I thought, oh, maybe this has got some cool cards inside. It's from 1964, but no, the cards are not that fantastic. But the back sides the card parts actually do look pretty. They look a little more vintagey than the more modern ones that I got. So a bunch more cards. I probably didn't actually need to buy those 2 packs now that I'm thinking about it. But so a bunch of these cards. I kind of like this pattern here. Anyway, cards. And then this is what I'm talking about. There's always papery things in here. So this has a little score pad. I love the little flippy thing. And then somebody has used this for sure. There's only 3 pages left. Could you give me a drink, please? But I have 3 of these. I could make copies of them maybe. And then I probably will not do anything with these. Although I wonder if I could make some pretty cool, like when I'm dyeing paper, I might be able to use that to put a pretty cool pattern on my paper. So, and then let's see. So see, there's stuff down in the bottom, but there's instructions that I can use that for my junk journals. That's pretty cool. And then, oh my God, whoever that guy is, whoever Gorin is, I got his face on a card. And then look, this is like a sales thing. Welcome to Gameland from Milton Bradley. Aw. Very cool. So I got that little thing. I have 2 of those now. I have one of these inside of another one I got. So I also have the bottom of this box, which is a good quality cardboard that I can use for book covers or whatever I might need it for, since I can't use my regular stuff. Where in the world were these? How were these in here? I think it was, that's how that goes, but I can't figure out how to, I cannot get my cards. No wonder they were just spread in here. They don't fit in. Okay, so I got Bridge for 2 from 1964. I got Parcheesi, which I was really happy for. Oops, sorry guys. The box is amazing. I'm very glad I'm going to be able to use this box as journal covers. I think what I'm going to do is see how much I can make out of all of this and put the extras, like most of them, in my Etsy store. And if you guys do it too, I want to see your pictures. This is also 1964 Parcheesi. So I've got the cover. Parcheesi has a fantastic board. So I'm very happy with that. And I can get at least probably 2 at least, and maybe 3 book covers out, front and back book covers out of this. The Gamesman, news from Schloer and Reichter. So there's a little sales thing there. Ooh. There's these little cups. This cardboard insert. Oh, some pretty cool wooden die. And these little, there's 4 colors of these little pieces. So that's all in that box for 99 cents. Definitely worth every one of those pennies. Just the box and the board alone. Totally worth it. Ooh. Allah. Down. Okay, and I got this game that's Payday. I remember this game from when I was a kid. I used to play with my friend Stacy. at her house. I don't know why I remember this game so strongly of all the games, but I do. I also don't know why we were like so interested in a game about paydays, but we were. This board, the thing is filthy. It's very dirty. I'm hoping it will come clean, or at least clean enough to use. We shall see. I don't see a date yet. This has the instruction sheet. Nope. Also no date on that. Oh, 1975. So this is a 1975 edition of this game. It's got a couple of mismatched die, the game pieces, and a bunch of cards that are, so there's blue ones that have a mailbox, and then the backs of these look like that. So these will make fun little ephemera bases. Oh, there's also these little boxes. Oh, there's a board. Then there's fewer of these pink ones. Oh, look at how fun that is. Can you see that? Yeah, that's fun. So there's those. And I'm sorry, when I do these live streams alone, I'm using my phone and I can't see the chat. I have not figured out how to like get the chat on my iPad. So I'm not good at this. There's money. That is pretty fun. And another board. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, and another little box. So these little boxes are a lot of fun, and little pieces that go into this little thing with holes. Boy, I do not remember how to play this game. And then it has a pretty fun and ginormous board. Look at how fun that is. So I definitely could probably get like easily 3 and maybe 4 or book covers out of that. And it's super cool. I like it. Oh, and another board. Oh, with this one's printed on the back, a savings and loan chart. That's cool. So lots of stuff in this one. Definitely worth $1.99. So always look at the board games. I always look at the board games, and sometimes it's hit and miss. I happen to find some today, but sometimes I go weeks and I don't find any. So I was glad I found some though, considering that I'm going to need them. All right, let me show you the textiles I got at Goodwill, and then I think I'm done with Goodwill. Pretty sure. Yep. Okay, so I got 2 ties. This one has vintage looking stamps. This is a silk tie, so it's fancy. I like to use ties. Let me show you. I like to use ties to as bindings for my junk journals, right? Like cut them and then I can use them as ties for my junk journals. So I've got this silky one with it's from the Museum Artifacts, all silk, and it's got vintage postage stamps all over. And then I either like fancy-ish kinds of ones with interesting patterns, or I like outrageous polyester vintage ones. So I liked this pattern. I got 2 ties, so I'll be able to use those to tie my junk journals together. Oh my God. I always hit up the linen section. I got a bunch this time. So I got some lace. What is happening? Oh, those ties were $2 a piece, or $2.99 maybe. That's why I only bought 2 of them. These linens were not, all of the linens were 99 cents. So I got both of these pieces for 99 cents. So this looks like someone's homemade, like crocheted work, which I adore. I love when I find something homemade. So this looks like they were working on some kind of bigger project, and there's 2 parts to it. And it's cotton, which means I can rust it or dye it if I want to. So very cool. Do you need this one, or you can just send that one for now? Mm-hmm. I took my husband's chair, and he wants to come in his office. You also took my phone. I took your, yeah, I invaded. Okay, and then the second one was also 99 cents. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Again, these feel homemade to me. I think someone crocheted these and they were going to maybe sew them together into something bigger, or they were just making doilies. So those. I loved this. It's very vintage. It has a very 80s vibe to me, or I don't know, maybe older. But the reason I loved it is because my mama loved yellow roses. They were like her signature. So whenever I see something with yellow roses, I always want to buy it. And this is a pillow sham. Here's another hint for you. People hold on to their pillow shams forever, and they're often in really good condition, even when they're vintage. This was 79 cents because you don't sleep on them, you know, like you just kind of use them for display. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's quilted, definitely machine quilted. It's old because it says Roebuck on there. Like it came, it has this penalty of law thing though. So it can't be that old. I know, but no date. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's machine stitched. It's got this outrageous flounce. But I loved the yellow roses, so I had to have it for 79 cents. I could not resist. I got very lucky. I found somebody's collection of vintage aprons. I got 2 of them, actually. I don't know if that counts as a collection. There were some that were less vintage, but 2 that were definitely vintage. So look at that embroidery. This is a tea towel that's on the waistband of this handmade apron. It's this great green color. It's got a pocket that I can definitely do something with, this rickrack trim. But this, look, you guys, it's dancing corn. How cool is that? And it was 99 cents. So that was super cool. I hope you guys can still hear me. Now I'm all paranoid. I recorded for like an hour and no one could hear me. So that sucked. This is another apron. So this is reversible. It's got pockets in the front and navy at the top, and then this red and white polka dots on one side and this little flowery print on the other. This was also 99 cents. So aprons and linens are one of the cheapest ways I know to get vintage textile. This was just a little, I don't know if it's a doll quilt or a quilt square. Maybe it was going to go to a larger quilt. It's definitely handmade. I live in Amish country, so I always wonder when I see quilts if they're Amish. I don't know how to tell though. Maybe somebody out there does. This was definitely handmade though. You can see that it was hand stitched, not machine stitched at all. Oh, Tev, my soda didn't open. Look what it did. I just tried to open it. Anyway, it's very pretty, and I will definitely be able to use that in my journals. So, and it's not a pillowcase or anything. It's like a doll quilt or a miniature quilt of some kind. let's see. And I don't know what this is. I thought it might either be leather. Kev, what do you think this is? I'm going to see if my husband knows. Do you think this is leather? Or like a sham cloth? It's either leather or a ShamWow cloth.
No, it's not leather.
How do you know?
How do you feel leather?
Well, yeah, feel it. It feels like leather. Well, he doesn't think it's leather. I do, though. I think it is leather. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it was. Okay. I don't know what this is. It's got a little stretch to it, so maybe it's not leather. It looks and it feels a little like leather. I don't know. It's grungy. It's kind of cool. It cost $1.99. So give me something to work with. And then this cloth here costs 99 cents. This is not super old, but it is. I thought I saw a date on it on the edge here. 2003. So it's 20 years old. It's got this kind of batik, but I love the colors. Yellow is my color, my creativity color. So it's got this batik feel to it. I wish that around the edge here where it has the date and everything, it had the I don't see it. No, it had the material. I don't know what kind of material it is. It feels like maybe a blend of some kind. It's got a linen-y texture, but it's definitely not linen. Couple more. So I saw this and I was like, oh, I thought at first it was like a coffee bag. And I was like, really? That's cool. But no, it's a Santa bag. It's a Santa bag. But so that's weird and probably not very usable unless I save that, though part of it maybe for a Christmas journal. But I have the back side, which is kind of cool. It doesn't, I'm going to show you the inside. It does not, well, I've got the back side, which is just burlap. But on the inside, some of the printing comes through on the Santa side, but you can't see Santa's face. So I could use the inside of that too. So I've got all that fabric. Whew. Burlappy. I don't see a price tag on this, but I'm pretty sure it was $1.99. I got these pillowcases. They're polyester. What I really loved about them though is they had these strips of embroidery. So I will definitely, there's 2 on each one, and I really love these springy colors. This was 99 cents for both of them. So definitely worth it. And I love these springy colors, so very pretty. I'm missing. Oh no, there it is. I don't know. Is this another apron? I think this might have just been this is definitely vintage fabric. Somebody has sewn rickrack on it. It's got, oh, it's a kitchen towel. That's like to hang it in your kitchen. This I love. Look how pretty that is. I don't know if it's vintage or not. It's definitely somebody has hand stitched a kitchen towel out of it. It's got like a flower bag feel to it, although I'm pretty sure it's not a flower bag, but it's got a 1940s feel to it. I don't think it's that old, but I don't care. I love it. And this cost 99 cents. Then I got this. I guess it's a tablecloth or a placemat, or maybe like for the center of your table, or a dresser cloth. It's got an Asian motif. It's very shimmery and shiny. It has this fantastic trim, yellow on the back. Cost 99 cents again. 99¢. And I like this because see how I like to have like a little bit of blingy, pretty fabric to do stuff like this, or to make little pockets like this one, right? Where you might not want too much of that because it's pretty out there, but a little goes a long way. And this is a nice brocade type fabric. Anyway, I like it. I like the yellowy, it's got an iridescence to it. Very pretty. These are cloth napkins. They're definitely just modern. They're cotton, which is nice. They have the original price tag, so they've never been used. They're 18 by 18 with a chickadee print. So how I just loved the pretty bird print on these, and I thought, well, that'll be nice since it'll give me something to work with. So I've got 4 of those. And they were, all 4 of them were $1.99. And then I want to make my sister a prayer journal, and I've been collecting papers for that, and I was really happy when I found this. It's hand embroidered. You know, someone just bought the kit and did this on their own. It's been washed 1,000 times. You can feel it. The cotton is super soft, and it's pretty cross. So I'm going to put that in my sister's my sister's prayer journal. This was 99¢. The only other, so I was really wanting to find something leather, and I couldn't. I wanted to find like a leather purse or a leather jacket that I could cut down. I did find a leather jacket, but I decided I didn't want to spend $10 on it, so I didn't buy it. But instead, while I was looking at the jackets, I found this. So this is a wool jacket. It's a size extra large. It's definitely been it's been washed and dried, so it's felted. It's 100% wool, and it's been ruined, right? Somebody's husband probably stuck this one in the dryer, and it is so. But what that means is that I can cut it and use it as fabric, and it's going to be fine. And it has these fabulous big tortoiseshell buttons. How many? 1 on each pocket. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 giant buttons that I am definitely going to be able to make good use of. And then just lots of fabric that's already felted in this nice charcoal color. I can definitely do something with this. This just feels like it was a really nice coat that got messed up. Someone was probably not very happy with someone, just saying. But it's already felted, which is good for my crafting purposes. Oh, there's my candle. So I saw this bag full of just plain white candles. There's a little pink in there. They're vanilla scented. I thought they might be beeswax, and I don't know how to tell if they are or not. However, what I thought was that I could maybe melt one of these down and use this and make my own waxed thread so that I can still have waxed thread for my bookbinding, because that is one of the things I'm going to miss the most with this challenge, is not having my waxed thread. I also saw Eva at Bohemian Crafting had a tutorial somewhere where she just softened up some wax. She was using the wax it would use in a wax melt, you know, those squares, and then rubbing it on paper to make it translucent and like wax textured. So I'm definitely going to play around with these this month and see what I can do with myself here. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 candles for $1.99. That was a good deal. The last thing I got, because in a minute I'm going to show you all of the paper that I'm going to be working with, other than these kind of specialty, you know, like junk journal, junk pages. It's all bright white and I need to dye it. And when I dye stuff, I usually use these like vinyl placemats. But for this challenge, I can't use my vinyl placemats. So I was like, what am I going to do? And I've never seen vinyl placemats at a thrift store ever. I look every time and I've never once found any. Anybody out there has some, they want to donate to the cause, you let me know. But what I did find was this. This is shelf lining and it's not vinyl, but I wonder what this is. It's coated, non-slip. Kev, what do you think that is? It's like rubbery. It's definitely waterproof. So I can definitely dry, like spread this out and dry my papers on it. And it's going to give it this this pattern. So I've got this one. It will pick up this pattern, which I'm very excited for. So I've got that one. I've got this one that's thicker. And it's got this is going to give like a grid pattern that I think is going to be pretty cool. And then this green, this green one that's not even been opened. These were 99 cents a piece. Yeah, 99 cents a piece. Oop, 99 cents. This one was 99 cents. Was this one 99 cents? Yep. Me. Can you guys hear me? My phone rang and I feel like that's what's messing up my mic. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me see if I can tell that my mic is working. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Ah, it looks like it's working.
You want me to answer?
Yeah, just tell him that I'm on a live stream and I'll call him back. Well, not on speaker.
Mom's on a live stream right now.
Okay, so here's this green one. Okay, can you put him off speaker though?
Yeah, I guess so.
So this big long piece here
No,
that I can dry my papers on and it will imprint. I'm thinking, we'll see. I'm excited to try it. And I really love that this challenge made me look outside the box because I only ever looked for vinyl placemats or tablecloths. And I would not have thought to look for something else to make a pattern on my printed paper. So that was good. Okay, that's everything that I got at Goodwill. Let me show you what I got at the dollar store and then we will be done. Let's start with paper. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, so here's what I got. I got this artist book. I'm going to take off the binding. I really like the holes on the side. So this is 9x6 size. And I got this 3-in-1 activity pad. These are from the dollar store. So everything here costs $1. So this has construction paper, tracing paper, and scribble paper. And I was really especially interested in the tracing paper. Like I'm excited to see how that takes dye. It's very thin. So I've got blue, gray, and green, and then tracing paper, and then several sheets of scribbler paper, 5, and then it just repeats. So no garish colors for the construction paper, which I found nice and interesting. So I got that. There's 30 sheets of construction, 10 of tracing, and 50 of scribbler. And I got this giant art pad. This is 18 by 12. And it's thin and kind of gray. So we'll see what happens with that. But even if I can't dye it, I like that it's not bright white at least. Like you can see the difference here. And this makes good background paper. Like if I use it underneath when I'm painting. then, so I got one pad of that, and it was 30 sheets. So 50, 30, and then this is about 90. I got a roll of craft paper, just on the, so I decided that one of the rules for my challenge would be I'm only going to use what I bought today at Goodwill and at the dollar store and trash, like anything I would otherwise throw away. So, on the off chance that I don't get anything from Amazon that has, craft paper in it, I bought a roll of craft paper. It's 30 inches by 15 feet. So I just got one roll of that. And I got a magazine. This was $1. I thought it had some nice pictures in it. It's vintage style DIY, but it had some full page pictures I can use for decoupage or collaging. It's cheap. The pages are thin, but for collaging, it doesn't really matter. And they're kind of pretty. Like, I like her embroidered shirts. There's a nice yellow rose. Look at that, a yellow rose. So I'll definitely be able to do something with that. I never did find my other, where is the rest of my paper? It's right here. So I got some envelopes. These are security envelopes. I will also, my husband saves like junk mail envelopes or bills and stuff for me. So, but I got 80 of this size, number 8, and a 40 of number 10. And I like the pattern on the inside. So that'll be nice paper I can use. And these are mead, so they're good. They're not going to fall apart if I dye them. I really like dyeing cheap dollar store index cards because they're so cheap that the ink washes away when they're drying. So you end up without the lines. And so that's nice. So I bought a pack of 100 of those. I got 75 sheets of copier paper. It's 20 pound, which is not my favorite. I usually do 24 pound, but this is what they had. So this is what I got. I got 5 of these craft envelopes. Again, not my favorite because I don't like the color. And I have some brown ones I like better, but I'm not going to use them for this. And also, I probably will end up cutting that off because I don't like it's got a strip instead of gum, like where you have to get it wet because, like, what am I going to do with that? So I got 8 file folders. And I got a sketch pad. So this is slightly thicker. This might be 24 pound paper. And it's bigger, 9 by 12. So this is probably, what is the A, like A3, A4, whatever size is similar to letter size, but a little bigger. Oh, this is Dixon Ticonderoga Company paper. That's interesting. Acid free. So I don't know. It's not bad. And it has a cardstock back to it. All of these do, which I will also be able to use. So, that's my paper. I'm hoping that, I'm used to having nearly unlimited paper. Like when I want paper, I just buy paper. So limiting myself was a little bit hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, what am I going to do if I run out? But I don't think I will. I think this is quite a lot of paper. So I got paper, and then I was like, okay, what do I need? I need adhesive. I need some way to age that paper, make it look aged, and I need art supplies. So I could not at either store find. Oh, look at all this stuff. Hey, Ken, what do you think these are? Do you think these are dustpans? I'm gonna rust them.
They look like little dustpans.
They do, huh? They're like adorable.
I
don't know either. Okay, so look at all of this dollar store yummy stuff. So I got tea. I'm gonna do tea dyeing, and I was really glad they had black tea. That's gonna come in handy. And I also got instant coffee for coffee dyeing. And I wished they had turmeric. They did not. Oh, no camera. What? What's going on? Why is my camera black? Oh my God. Nicholas messed up my whole thing again, Nick. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's try this again. Can you hear me now? I think you can. So I was telling you the stuff I got at Dollar Tree and you didn't see any of that. This really sucks. My son keeps calling me and it messes up my audio. So I got instant coffee for coffee dyeing and tea for tea dyeing. And then I wanted to find turmeric. Of course, at the dollar store, they did not have it. But I wondered what would happen if I used paprika. It's brightly colored. So I got some paprika, and I'm going to give it a try. I got some Scotch tape. I'm going to miss my brayer for doing printing. So I thought maybe I can use a paintbrush to put down the paint. So I got a giant paintbrush for $1 at the Dollar Tree. This is my Dollar Tree stuff. I don't know what you heard or didn't hear. This is what a mess. I could not find ink anywhere. So I needed a way to distress the edges of my paper. So I got this pressed powder. It's a kind of a tan. Well, it's literally tan. And then a blush that's browner, like kind of brown. It's a highlight for your cheeks, it says. Let's see what this looks like. Well, maybe I could try it. I don't know what's going to happen with this. If it's going to work at all. Can you age paper with powder? No clue. But this is what I have to work with. So I'm going to try it. So this is just kind of cheapy blush. And I got a brush for it. So this is a kind of brush, contour brush. Oh, and it came with a little brush, but this is a good kind of brush for doing paper. Let's see what happens. If we go around the edge. Oh, see, that does. It works. It's not like liquidy. Like, I mean, you know, ink probably does better. But look, it works. Oh, yay. Look. So that works some at least. Let's see if so that's LA Colors and Baked if you go to the dollar store. And then this is actually a nice little brush. It's Sassy and Chic contour brush. It's got soft bristles. And then this is LA Colors pressed powder in tan, which was the only color that they had. And it comes with a cheap little sponge. Ooh. So let's see if this works. So if I just, oh, yeah, that works. Kind of ages the edge, gives it less white, right? So I don't have my Tim Holtz ink to work with. I'm not unhappy with that. That's good. Oh, that thing does not close though. Okay. So anyway, that's that. I also got some sponges. I think that they were nice and flat, and I think I can use them for painting. They're meant for facial mask removal, but that's okay. I got 2 pokey tools. I'm glad I thought about this because I need to be able to poke my holes for my books. I usually use an awl, but I think these will work. And they have bonus. They have on the other end a like a bone folder which is another thing I'm going to miss. So I'm glad I can use that instead. I got some paper clips. I actually kind of liked these. They're very simple. And I bet you I can rust these and like age them up a little bit. So I'm going to try that. I have 250 of them. So got a craft knife. I don't know how this is going to work. But I got one. I got this elastic. It's a little thinner, very much thinner than I'm used to for junk journals. I don't know that it'll work. Maybe I can use two. And it's also kind of garish colors that I'm not super excited about. This is the only colors they had. But I can use these to do traveler's notebook bindings. I think we'll find out. I got a stencil brush. I got some acrylic paints. So I got these colors. I got a black. I thought I got did I not get a black? Oh no, because the black was chalkboard paint. So they did not have black. I got brown. It's the darkest color I could get. Deep brown. Magenta. Yellow oxide. Deep yellow. And turquoise. And white. So those are the acrylics I'm going to have to work with. Every once in a while, I find like a paint by number set at the thrift store. I was kind of really hoping I would find one. So I'd have paint, but I did not. I was very happy that they had Mod Podge at my dollar store. So I'm going to have Mod Podge to work with anyway. I bought 2 of them. And also, I really love this Aleene's glue. So I got 2 of those. And I got some strapping tape for trying, if I make book covers, say out of those board game things, this was the strongest tape I could find. I usually use bookbinding tape. This is like probably half or a third as thick. So, but it's nice and strong. So I think it'll work. And I got a couple of spray bottles. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them yet. And I got these I loved because I can dry my papers on here and I'll get circles, like polka dots on it. Let me put some of this away. My big giant. Okay. Let's see, what else did I get? I got some bubble wrap because I can use it to do patterns on my painted papers. I got masking tape. Oh, I was really happy they had double-sided tape. I got 2 rolls of double-sided tape. They're not very big. Who knows how well they will stick, but I got them. Got some glue sticks. I can guarantee I'm not going to be super happy with these. I'm pretty picky about glue sticks, but I didn't feel like I could do this without any glue sticks. So got those. I got staples for my 99-cent stapler. I got a hole punch. I got sandpaper. There's 36 sheets in here of different. Really, Kevin? I can hear you. Of different, I don't know. I think there's different levels of sandiness. But this works really good on book pages to age them and distress them a little bit. I'm making a mess with all my labels, my price tags. They did not have a beauty blender. I was so sad. I usually use a beauty blender for doing aging. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with these, but I'm going to try. But they're very soft and squishy, and I think they will fall apart, but we'll see. I got some paint brushes, and then everybody and their brother's uncle is doing something with these wooden dominoes. And so when I saw them, I was like, all right, let's give them a try. So they're very thin. And I thought my girls and I could maybe do some decoupage on those, some collaging or painting. They both are like real artists. So these are just little wood chips. So I have that pack of those. This was, I don't know how many's in here. How many is in a domino package? Like a domino game? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 5. So there's 35 in there that I can do something with. I think that might be all, you guys. That's it. So that's my challenge loot. My challenge to myself is to see what I can do with this stuff. And just this stuff, including tools. So I'm not going to use any fancy tools, including my paper cutter, which I'm pretty sad about, because so I'm just going to be, I'm glad I found some decent scissors. That's all I can say about that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut those boards with my craft knife. But my goal is to see what I can do. And all I'm going to use is this stuff that I bought today. I'm not going to buy anything else. And then trash. So if I have packaging, boxes, food boxes, like cracker boxes, that sort of thing, make excellent bases for journals or folders or ephemera. That's it, guys. That's all that I have. I have no idea if you can hear me. This was a insane live stream where I think the first whole half there was no sound. So that makes me so sad. Anyway, I think it's just me and you, Nancy. So I'm going to say goodbye and I will talk to you again soon. Have a fantastic day. And if you make a junk journal, I really want to see how it turns out. Bye.